Yes, sir. I'll try to transfer down to the radio room here, so I'm not operating on the Echolink. But yeah, stick me in the list and go fetch whoever was chiming in there. And again, I do appreciate the support the last 2 weeks, giving me the airwaves after ClubNet. It was definitely a better experience on RF. Anyway, talk to you soon. W2JLS. Be listening.
Running nets on Echolink takes a special kind of person. It really does. I won't want to do it. Allstar's fine. Works great. And no worries, man. Fine business. Glad to see you doing that. And some night I'm going to tell the story about how you and I and whoever else was out there used to steer the repeater around every night looking for places to go because they had lots of action. You know where people go now when they get on that list to look for places that have lots of action? They come here. W2JLS KD8SLG. Somebody on KC5RBG's node keyed up. Was that Shannon? Was it Jairus? Maybe it was even Wade. Who was it? It's KD8SLG looking for whoever keyed up KC5RBG.
He's in the hospital trying to get checked out. He thinks he's having a stroke. His blood pressure's really high and he's not feeling right in the head. So say a prayer for him. I don't know if he'll be in or out. AI 5Q. Back to you, Nick.
I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope everything works out for Shannon. Thanks for letting me know who it was, and thanks for getting in here and saying hi. If you got a minute, how you doing? Everything going all right?
Yeah, my node just ID'd, of course. I programmed them to do it at the most inopportune times, just to annoy people and remind them that they're on a node, you know. But no, I'm doing all right. I finally got through the backlog of MOCs that I needed to dissect and find missing signatures, and built that whole list out of over 75 different admin tasks, 75 separate events that have two-page papers of admin tasks to be completed and documented all the missing signatures. So got through that malarkey and passed it along to the guys that need to sign it off, and then they can pass it back to me and I can close it out. So I feel good about it. Had a good day at work because I got something fully accomplished. It was great. Oh, and I'm a licensed PE in Kansas now, as well as Oklahoma and Texas, so I'm a 3 PE kind of guy. What's next? I don't know, but good to hear you out there. I'll be around for the net, and we just had a event at the church, St. Joseph's Day, and got a blessing from the priest for me and the family, so can't go wrong there. AI 5Q, back to just Nick.
Can't go wrong with a blessing, no. But I was thinking, what comes after 3 PE would be 4 PE, but that just doesn't ring as good, does it?
Yeah, it doesn't roll off the tongue quite the same, so hey, what are you going to do? Anyway, I went ahead and hooked up the boredom breaker hub early. I'm sure you saw already, but since I was sitting here and there's no traffic, I figured might as well get a little bit of the pre-show on the air and let guys know what they're missing by not having nodes. They can dial a node or a Echolink and get in on the pre-action. Good to hear you, man. Is Dustin going to be around tonight, or is he still in the midst of making more money?
More money, more money, more money. Nah, Dustin's going to be here. Yeah, Dustin's going to be here. But, yeah, I'm just about chatted out from doing an hour of boredom breaker net this afternoon. You know, there may be a reason I stay behind the keyboard. I get chatty.
know who else gets chatty. It's that new kid, Ryan. He gets real chatty, and it's a lot of fun because he is a fresh voice and a fresh perspective on everything. So it's kind of fun to listen to him go with his bushel basket full of puppies. It just cracks me up every time. I can't help but smile.
Yeah, he's listening right now, so don't give him too many flowers. All right, man. All right, let's see. We got about 5 minutes and 45 seconds before the girl talks. I've been on here for a few minutes. I got to go grab a soda and make room for it. I'll be back. I got you on the list. AI5QKD8SLG. I'll be clear until net. Thanks, Jairus.
W8WKY.
Hey, Nick, before you run off, KC5RBG, need to tell you something.
Go, Shannon. Buddy, how you doing? You all right?
Well, I'm in the ER, getting checked out. Had some stuff go on at home, and blood pressure's through the roof. Well, high, not through the roof yet. But since I've had a heart attack already and a stroke already, when it gets to the level it's at, I'm alarmed, especially when it's controlled. So I'm going to try to listen where I can. They got me scheduled for some tests, so I'll be listening where I can, but put me in and out tonight, unless I get out of here in the near future. KC5RBG.
All right, man. I hope they fix you up and get you out of there. Got you on the list. You break in later on, Dustin will listen for you. I'll listen for you, too. All right, man. Good hunting. Thanks for jumping in and saying hi. I'll be back. KC5RBG KD8SLG.
KJ5MCV, it is more fun than a bushel basket full of puppies. But there's more where that came from. Appreciate the flowers, Jairus. And I'll say my prayers for you, too. Real big guts. Keep your head up. You're doing the right thing. Gotta love yourself. So, yeah, look forward to hear back this evening how things are going. And Jairus, I appreciate that. That was nice of you to say. But, yeah, I'll think of some other zingers and put them in there. Like nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. There's more. I'll think of more. You guys have a great evening. I'm looking forward to the net, and I'll talk to you again soon, I'm sure. KJ5MCV.
KC8DEO.
KC8EO, KD8SLG, net starting in about a minute and a half or so. I'll put you on the list if you like.
KE8 to VOX. I'll be in and out tonight, Nick. 73.
KC8DEO. I'll be in and out also, Nick.
KE8CKO will be in and out as well.
That's going to start in about a minute. Everyone, please stand by.
The BeaconNet, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
There's my girl. K8VOX and K8GKO. Scott and Jody, I got you guys in there. Thanks for stopping by. QST. Calling all amateurs to the BeaconNet pre-show. Sponsored by the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association right here on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown. 147 Mark 390, positive offset and a PL tone of 104 Mark 8. We meet here every Wednesday. And Sunday night, we have some trivia. We play fun. It's a good time. Stick around. This is the pre-show. This is a controlled net. We ask that all traffic pass through net control. Your net control operator this evening is Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Lima Golf KD8 SLG. My personal is Nick, November India Charlie Kilo, just Nick. I'm going to take a couple rounds of check-ins, see who's going to stick around to play trivia with us tonight, see who's just here to say hi. Dustin's going to take over at the top of the hour. Right now we're going to do the Mickey Mouse roll call, as I like to call it. Check in with tonight's team. I haven't talked to Dustin much today, so this is going to be fun. KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG. How you doing, Dustin? You ready to rock and roll tonight? You fresh? Ready to go?
KD8SLG, this is KD8EPC. Good evening, Nick. I don't know if I'm refreshed or ready to go any of that, but I've got a can of Green Monster here. I'm about to pound it down, and we'll be ready for the top of the hour. So with that, this is KD8EPC, back to pre-net control.
All right, two things before you run off. I don't know if you heard that Shannon's in the emergency room right now getting some testing done. Did you hear all that?
Negative. I just got here.
All right, that's going on. So send him some happy thoughts, but he's in the right place if anything's wrong. So that's a good thing. Second thing is, I've got a Dirty Mountain Dew cream soda here. Have you had any of that yet?
I have not, but I am a toddler, and I'm extraordinarily picky about what I drink and or eat, so new things in me don't get along high.
The zero sugar version is so sickeningly sweet. It's saccharine sweet. That's the only way I can say it. I'll talk to Taco Tim about this. He always asks me about my Diet Mountain Dew flavors. All right there, Dustin. We'll see you at the top of the hour. Good to hear you tonight, man. You sound great. KD8EPC, KD8SLG. Who we got up next? Bob. Bob's got our main trivia tonight. KA8LYJ, KD8SLG. Hey, Bob. How you doing?
KD8SLG, KA8LYJ. I'm doing okay. Had a lot of appointments today, but I was able to get in an afternoon nap and a quart of cold brew coffee, so I am locked and loaded, ready to trivialize tonight. This is KA8LYJ.
LYJKD8SLG. I'm feeling pretty trivial tonight too, Bob. Looking forward to the trivia question, man. You've come up with some good ones so far. Thanks, dude. Talk to you soon. Gonna clear with K8LYJ, W8HRF, and KE8YUK. Josh and Lucy, how y'all doing tonight?
KD8SLG, W8HRF. Howdy, Nick. Good to hear you. I've got an alt trivia. I think it's a fun one. Spent some time on it today. I think it'll be humorous. We are here and ready to go. Miss Lucy's here, so I'll have her say hello.
Hi, KE8YUK. We'll catch you down the log, everybody.
And hopefully we're sounding all right. Looking forward to seeing folks at the Fox Hunt tomorrow. Back to you, Nick. W8HRF.
W8WKY.
AI5Q did program this node to also ID at very inopportune times. Thanks, Jairus. We'll get to you soon enough. And thanks, Josh and Lucy. Great to hear you guys tonight. I hope Miss Betty heard me in the car today when I said hi to her. That is my sincerest hope for the day. We'll talk to you guys later on. Going to clear with W8HRF and KE8YUK. I've harvested some people already. Let me tell you who I've got. Then we'll do a few rounds of check-ins and see if anybody's left. We got WB4AIZ Chuck down in Florida. He's in and out. Thanks, Chuckles. K8ZRY Jeremy's on the list. KG5MCV is out there mobiling around. K3MBC Mark in Pasadena, Texas is on the list. Hey, Mark. K5I in his regular slot. KI5TAQ Taco Tim, you're in there. KD4YVV Jeff joined us from Virginia. He bowed out in the blue screen. Thanks, Jeff. Have a great night. W2JLS is joining us from the big couch. Victor Lima Charlie. K0KDW Brad, I saw you. Hello, Brad. AI5Q Jairus is in there. KC5RBG's in the emergency room. Everybody think happy thoughts at him. K8BZA, Eric, you're on the list. KC8EEO, K8VOX, and K8GKO. Leslie, Scott, and Jody are in and out. Thanks, guys. W4YSW. Yuri, I saw you in there. You're a regular now. I put you on the list. KC0LRM, Kelly's out there. K8QKO, Nick at Night. Good to see you. K8QFT, Uncle Fred. And last but not least on the list right now, we're adding AB8MO Andy. You're on the list, Andy. Is there anyone else left out there that wants to get on the list for the Beacon Net? This is KD8SLG. I'm listening.
KBD Mobile, in and out. Kilo 8, Mike Romeo Echo, KAMRE, in and out.
All right, we started out, there was somebody that was out on the Oklahoma repeater, and I got nothing out of it. You got to slow down, give me your call sign phonetically, alphanumerically. Give it to me twice, please, because you're kind of noisy. And I heard K8MRE out there. Got you in and out, Mike. Thanks for stopping by. That's station out in Oklahoma. Try again, please.
November 5, Kilo Bravo Delta. Bravo and 5 KBD Mobile in and out, please. Thank you.
There he is. That was Pete, N5 KBD. Thanks, Pete. And Josh, if you're listening, there's Pete. I thought that was your voice, but man, it was buried. I got you that time. Solid. Thanks, Pete. In and out, N5 KBD. Anybody else out there before I start talking to the list here and seeing who's sticking around? This is KD8SLG, I'm listening.
KD8SLG, Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. Hello, Nick, and my love and prayers out to Shannon.
When I head home, I was going to head back, stop at the guy that got me in the ham radio because he was Hamvention, but I didn't see him, so I know where he lives. So I said, well, I'll just stop there and say hello and talk to him. And he was putting his dipoles up and that because he came back from Florida for the summer now. So I was there for a while, and I said, leaving Kings Island.
That was fabulous. All right, that's what happens when you're on one net and you connect to something else without disconnecting from the other one. There you go. Actually, Mark was talking on another net, and that net connected to us automatically, I think, is what happened there. How's that for timing? We will not hold Mark accountable for this one. This KD8SLG. Anybody else out there?
KO4 FSH Kilo Oscar 4 Foxtrot Sierra Hotel. Dave and Maslin.
Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo Nick. WV3K.
I'm sorry, Phil. I heard you there, WV3K. Good to hear you tonight, Phil, but Mark dropping in there, and yeah, I actually saw another net connect to us, and that's where Mark was talking. So that was not Mark this time. And KO4 FSH, I got you in there as well. And I put Mark on the list, might as well, right? KC8FQV. Anybody else out there? Please, give me one more, and then we'll start working the list. KD8SLG, I'm listening. All right, that time I did like the silence. Okay, let's go up to the top of the list here. See who's sticking around tonight. For the BeaconNet, it's going to start in about 20 minutes right here on the WWKY repeater. I'm KD8SLG. KD8ZRY, Jeremy. How you doing tonight, man? Are you sticking around?
KD8SLG, this is KE8ZRY. Good evening, Nick. Everybody who's checked in so far. Jeremy here in Ashland. Yeah, I'm going to stick around. Hopefully you guys can hear me a little bit better tonight. Trying a new radio that I got at Hamvention. So hopefully no more cross-banding for now. So hopefully it's better. With that, I'll pass it back over to you, Nick. KE8ZRY.
Pretty solid, Jeremy. Pretty solid. There's still a background, a little bit of hiss in there, but your audio's, every word was coming through. So awesome, dude. Awesome. And I got you sticking around. We are going to clear with KE8ZRY. Let's see where Ryan is mobiling off to now. Let's see if he's still parked in the same spot or if he's moved. KJ5MCV, KD8SLG. What's up, Ryan? You sticking around for the big show?
KD8SLG, this is KJ5MCV. I've got 2 of the 3 boys dropped off at their prospective homes, so the bus driver is headed home. So, yeah, I'm going to stick around. I'll let you have it back, brother. KJ5MCV, KD8SLG, have a great one. Good luck. Stack them in there, Bubba.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later on when the bus pulls into, I don't know where the buses pull into, the livery, the bus yard, the bus stable. All right, man. We'll catch up with you later on. Drive safe with the little ones in the car. KJ5MCV, KD8SLG. Let's go to Texas, talk to Mark. K3MBC, KD8SLG. How you doing, Mark? You have fun hanging out on the Boredom Breaker Net this afternoon, did you?
KD8SLG, this is K3MBC. Yeah, I had a pretty good time. Got a little practice in for doing some logging coming up, so looking forward to it. And I will most definitely be sticking around through the evening. Back to you.
Fine business, Mark. Fine business. We had a lot of fun there this afternoon, Ray and I did. Speaking of Ray, K5CFY, this is KD8SLG. How you doing, Ray? Are you going to stick around tonight? And are you feeling any better than earlier today?
SLG, K5 CFY. Yes, sir, I definitely am. So anyway, we definitely had fun. Great job on the first hour there, and I definitely had fun on the second hour. So there you go. Good to hear everybody there, and I hope they show up here too. K5 CFY, back to you.
W8WKY.
It was a good time this afternoon, even without Dustin. Yeah, I had a blast. It was great. It was great talking to people because I do sometimes go weeks without actually speaking to some of those people, but typing their names again and again and again. So it was fun to talk to some of those characters. Always is. Thanks, Ray. Got you sticking around. We're going to clear with K5CFY. Let's go to Taco Tim staying out in Tulsa. KI5TAQ, KD8SLG. How you doing tonight, Taco Tim? You got to get yourself some dirty Mountain Dew, buddy.
Yeah, you got me thinking along that line right now. I just got to go find it. This is KI5TAQ. And right now I'm also doing, well, I've heard some people saying doing couches on the air. I'm doing love seats on the air. I'll send it back to Net Control. This is KI5TAQ.
This ain't no couch. This ain't no sofa. This is a love seat. KI5TAQ, I got you sticking around. KD4YVV, Jeff was in and out on the blue screen. Thanks for stopping by, Jeff. W2JLS, my brother from another mother. You still out there, John? You know, you're going to stick around for trivia tonight. And where are you sitting? What is that, the very large couch, the VLC?
With nothing heard, calling the heavy hitters traffic net, calling the heavy hitters traffic net. This is Kilo Charlie 1, Kilo Victor Yankee Net Control. My name is Bob, and I'm looking.
I think we got another net on us there, Nick. KD8SLG, this is W2JLS. I'm not sure what's going on. Hopefully that's getting sorted. I am no longer on the Victor Lima tree. I have migrated down into the radio room, and I'm busting my ProSet 7 headset and my foot pedal. So hopefully I'm sounding better than I do on Echolink from the very large couch.
You're sounding fine, John. You're sounding fine. Good to have you in here tonight. And what's happening is people put their nodes on timers, set them up to go to the right place at the right time. Great. All right. Problem is, somebody else connects to your node, they link it up to something else. Boom, you end up with stuff like that happening. So if you ever wonder why we just don't automatically link up to the boredom breaker net on Wednesdays, and I go through the whole process of saying blah, 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 blah 2 minutes beforehand and clearing the air, this is why. John, I'm glad you're with us tonight. W2GLS KD8SLG. Let's go down to Missouri and see what Brad's up to. K80KDW KD8SLG. What's up, Brad?
Good evening, Nick. Doing all right. Doing better than I was this morning. I woke up at 6:30 this morning with a migraine. But that's done and gone. And yeah, that's why on my repeater, everywhere is listed. It is explicitly stated on my repeater to contact me prior to people using it to connect places to help prevent that kind of stuff. So I've at least once or twice in the 1 year that it's been where it's currently located had to kick somebody who connected to a major network because I didn't necessarily have a problem that they connected to it. My problem is they did it without permission. So I removed that connection. So I don't mind that people use it, as long as they ask permission first. That way I know what's going on to prevent things like that. So, yeah. But I will be sticking around. And good to hear you. K0KDW.
Everything I need to know I learned in kindergarten. Brad, you're a good man. I got you sticking around tonight. And, yeah, I usually send a friendly email first and then follow through. Thanks, man. Got you sticking around. K0KDW, let's go out to Oklahoma and see what Jairus is up to. If you got any updates on Shannon. AI5QKD8SLG. Hi, Shannon. All right, yeah, there we go. Hi, Jairus. Do you know anything about Shannon?
Well, what I do know is they did an EKG and a chest X-ray, and they're doing another EKG after an hour has elapsed, and that's where they sit right now. So that's my update on Shannon for the time being. I'm texting him when he texts back when he gets a chance. Also been texting with Brad a little bit in the background and on Meshtastic, so I'm multitasking as well as I'm not very active in the blue screen, but I'm reading everything. So that's what I'm doing, trying to catch up on a bunch of different forums and things like that, but enjoying the radio time without the kids and without the obligations of work. AI5Q, back to you.
I miss running FT8s during the nets. It's just because I'm not at my station. All right, there you go. Thanks, Jairus. I got you sticking around. Stick around, it'll be fun. I got KC5RBG in and out, but we hope to hear from him later with all good report. Next up, we got KE8VZA. It's a KDSLG. How you doing, Eric? Fine business tonight on the food net. You sticking around?
KD8SLG, KE8VZA here. Thanks for the compliment there, Just Nick. Yes, I'm gonna hang around. I've busted out my heavy-duty toothpicks that I picked up at Tractor Supply. We're gonna try their brand this time. The eyelids are starting to feel a little heavy, but I'm gonna give it the old college try. Back to you, KE8VZA.
How do you see through 2x4s? KEVZA, KDSLG. We'll do our best to keep you awake, Eric. We only got 10 minutes till Dustin takes over and it gets more exciting. This is the WWKY repeater. You're listening to the Beaconette pre-show. I'm KD8SLG. We had a string of in and outs here, KC8EEO, KE8BOX, and KE8GKO. Thanks, guys. And next up, we've got Yuri. I just threw you on the list, Yuri. I hope you don't mind. W4YSW. It's KD8SLG. How you doing tonight? Are you going to stick around for trivia?
Good evening, Nick, and everyone on the net. I'm always happy to be here, but I cannot unfortunately make it through all the net, so consider me in and out. Hope to do that next time. And thanks again. W4YSW. Over.
All right, Yuri, great to hear from you tonight. Thanks for stopping by, if just to say hi. You get some sleep tonight, and I got you marked in and out. Thanks for stopping by, Yuri. We're going to clear W4YSW. Let's go out to Kansas. KC0LRM. Seems like it's been a minute since I talked to you, Kelly. How you doing, and are you sticking around tonight?
KD8SLG. Yeah, may have been a minute. Not too long though. But yes, I will be sticking around. And just a little food for thought here. Seen a little meme a second ago. Says guy went into the store and told the clerk he wanted $5 worth of gas, and the guy farted. So there you go. Back to you.
That's nice. It'd be funny if it wasn't so close to true. You know, I can get a taco at Taco Bell for $3 or $4. Kelly, I got you sticking around. KC0RM, KD8SLG. K8QKO, Nick at Night. I think you said you wanted to just come back during the regular net. I'll see if you're out there, though. K8QKO, KD8SLG. You still there, Nick? Yeah, he left me a note in the blue screen. All right, Nick, we'll be listening for you on the big net coming up. Gonna clear with KE8QKO. Let's go to Uncle Fred, KE8QFT. KD8SLG, how you doing, Uncle Fred? What you been up to? And are you gonna stay up for trivia tonight?
W8WKY.
Well, yes, I should still be here. I don't know. I've been all right, I guess. Just, really nothing to report here. Except I've seen the Cavaliers take a 22-point lead last night and blow it. They blew it. A 22-point lead starting the fourth quarter. Ain't that something? All these things happen. KE8QFT, back to the pre-net.
KE8QFT, KD8SLG, I got you sticking around. Thanks, Uncle Fred. Next up, we're going up north. My friend Andy, AB8MO, KD8SLG. How you doing tonight, Andy? Can you believe the price on that 5200, man? That's insane.
KD8SLG, this is AB8MO. Well, now, I can't really believe that at all. We'll see if the rumors pan out. But, yeah, it's a little out of my price range for sure. I'm going to see if I can go hop in the shower here between now and my turn. KD8SLG, this is AB8MO.
Thanks for that vision, Andy. And you got plenty of time, man. There's quite a few people ahead of you. We got a good net going tonight, man. It's kind of cool. Thanks for doing my Echolink check this afternoon. We will talk to you later. I've got you sticking around, Andy. We're going to clear with AB8MO. K8MRE, Mike was in and out, and 5KBD, Pete was in and out. Good to hear Pete. Don't often hear his voice. Let's talk to my friend Phil down in Canal Fulton. WV3K, this is KD8SLG. How you doing tonight, Phil? Sorry you fell asleep this afternoon during my net. I guess it wasn't very exciting, huh?
Oh, goodness gracious. Nick, I am so sorry about that. I meant to stay awake. I was looking forward. I connected with you, but then when it came to being called back, I was out, and I guess I needed it, but not during the net. Anyway, thanks for picking me up. I just want to say that many prayers and much love to Shannon during this time, and that we are thinking of him with kind fondness and hopeful that he will recover and get a whole bunch better so we can enjoy having him with us more so and enjoy talking together. So I might, I think I'd like to maybe give him a phone call here. I got an appointment tomorrow morning with the VA at 9 o'clock, so I'm going to have to get some rest. But I'll try to stay awake to talk with you again if you call me back up. So anyway, and say hey, and also hello to a very good friend, Eric. It was good to hear him yelling out at you and connecting with him. So anyway, Nick, thank you, and marvelous job on coordinating and handling this net. You're a great source of entertainment as much as you are amazing in working and handling this. And my best also to KD8EPC, Dustin. So anyway, have a good night. If I don't stay on here, know that I'm getting myself ready for tomorrow morning. And you take care of yourself. Be good to yourself, right? Okay. KD8EPC, WV3K. Good to hear you, pal.
Good to hear you tonight, Phil. Good to hear you too tonight. Yeah, sometimes I like to fall asleep in the afternoons too. I really would. I'm going to leave you on a list. We'll have Dustin give you a call. If you're awake, you're awake, and you can say hi. And if you're not, you're not. Good luck at your appointment tomorrow. We're going to clear with WV3K. KC8FQV, it's a net now. Mark, how you doing, buddy? So listen, here's what happened, Mark. I believe the connection was N9RES, and they linked somebody there linked to us right in the middle of you talking on that other net. So, of course, we all got excited and say, what is Mark doing? Because, well, it happened. But anyway, that's what happened, man. No fault of yours. It just kind of happened, and you happened to be the voice that we recognized there. What you doing, Mark? Over on another net, I hear. Are you going to stick around and play trivia with us tonight? KC8FQV, KD8SLG.
Yeah, I want to stick around, Nick. So, it was a good weekend I had, so, yep, I'll stick around. And, yeah, you survived real well this afternoon doing that net, the boredom breaker net at 1. Yeah, it sounded like you were able to go and connect without a lot of traffic occurring there when you connected. So, KCLQV, back to net.
I had a good time this afternoon, Mark. I had a good time. Got you sticking around. We're going to clear with KC8FQV. Last but not least, we got KO4FSH. David, how you doing tonight? You going to stick around and play trivia?
KD8SLG, KO4FSH. That's a affirmative. I'll stick around for the Beacon Net tonight. And not up to a whole lot on this rainy Wednesday. Just, trying to beat the rain, stay dry, and have a good time tonight. Back to net.
All right, David, I got you sticking around tonight. Thanks, man. KO4FSH, KD8SLG. I want to thank everybody who joined us here on the pre-show tonight. We got a good list going for Dustin, but it's time. It's time for him to take over and light up the nighttime airwaves. KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG. Light them up, Dustin.
All right, thanks so much there, Nick. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Dustin. My call sign is KD8EPC, and I'll be your net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8 WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8. Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8 WKY a -R. This is a direct net. All traffic must pass through net control and all stations are welcome to check in. I'll take multiple rounds of check-ins, so if you don't get in the first time, just stand by and we'll get to you as soon as we can. We're linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, Fireside, and various other networks. So we asked you key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit. Make sure you let everything drop so we can hear everything you have to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, not hearing any emergency or priority traffic. Stations that haven't already checked into the pre-show that would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say or call phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo, Echo 8, Bravo, Hotel Quebec, KE8, BHQ, Benjamin, Mobile.
All right, we'll take them one at a time, and that's a good one. KE8, BHQ, Ben in the Mobile. We'll get right back to you. Let's go to the top here. Let's get some trivia to start this thing off, and then we'll take care of you. Let's go to Bob, K8LYJ in the Magic City. What's going on, Bob? What do you have for main trivia tonight?
KD8EPC, this is K8LYJ. There's not really a lot going on. I had a lot of appointments today. Other guy was talking about having a VA appointment at 9 tomorrow. I started at the VA at 9 this morning. But I was able to get an afternoon nap and a quart of cold brew coffee in me, and I'm ready to go. So let me let this drop so I don't time out, and I'll read it. All right, the Soviet Union's launch of Sputnik panicked America's leaders and ignited the space race. A group of Cleveland teenagers was in the center of it. Which of these did the St. Joseph High School Radio Club, Whiskey 8 Kilo Tango Zulu, not accomplish? Which of these did they not do? Alpha invented a curved slide rule to accurately plot the satellite's orbit. Bravo beat the U.S. Naval Observatory to finding and tracking Sputnik by 4 hours. Charlie designed and built a 110 megahertz receiver for tracking. Or was it Delta, calculated and corrected the Doppler shift for the transmission? This is KA8LYJ. Back to you, Dustin.
All right there, Bob. Well, thanks for doing the main trivia for us. We really appreciate that there, and that's a really good one. So I'm going to think about that. If you wouldn't mind posting it in the blue screen, please, I'd really appreciate that. We're going to go down here. Boy, I don't know which one's got it tonight. Maybe Miss Lucy, K8YUK. Do you have the alternate tonight?
I got it tonight, Dustin. KD8EPC, W8HRF. You know, you've guessed like a lot, and I think you've been 100% accurate up until today. This is the first time I think you missed. All right, tonight's alternate trivia. What is the meaning of the word defenestration? Your options are alpha, the act of throwing someone out of a window; bravo, the fear of old moldy wood; Charlie, the study of ancient handwriting; or delta, the act of removing a fence. Let me let this drop and read it again. Tonight's alternate trivia. What is the meaning of the word defenestration? Your options are alpha, the act of throwing someone out a window; bravo, the fear of old moldy wood; Charlie, the study of ancient handwriting; or delta, the act of removing a fence. Back to you, Dustin. I'll post this in the blue screen.
All right there, Josh. Well, thanks so much for doing the trivia, and I'll tell you what, I try to guess when I can, but nobody's totally perfect, so I can't win them all. Hi. Thanks for doing the alt trivia. I'm going to think about that one for a while, and boy, that's a tough one. So let's go down here real quick. We have a couple of mobiles. I'm going to start with Ben, though, K8BHQ. How you doing, bud? Been a while.
KD8EPC, KE8BHQ. I'm doing pretty good, Dustin. Just driving home from work. Looking forward to seeing everybody at the meeting tomorrow, and hopefully the weather starts to normalize here soon. That's about all I've got for traffic, so for trivia, I'm going to go with Alpha and Charlie. And with that, I'll wish you 73 and give it back to you. This is KE8BHQ.
All right there, Ben, K8BHQ. Well, we'll say 73 to you, and I think the Fox hunts tomorrow, but unfortunately I've got other plans, so I won't be there, but we'll look forward to hopefully seeing you again there down the log real soon. We got you down for Alpha and Charlie. All right, let's see. I think we've only got one more mobile here, and that's Ryan, KJ5MCV. What's going on, Ryan? You still mobiling around?
Well, hello, Dustin. This is Ryan, KJ5MCV. I'm not mobiling, but I got lucky. You got me in here before I could get a list of funny stuff to say, so I'm going to let you off easy. I was looking at the blue screen, though. I'm a big fan of that idea of, let's see, a live stream of the BeaconNet. How cool would that be? Anyways, I digress for the third time. Let's see. I'm going to go with Bravo and Bravo for the main and alt trivia. I was really putting my brains to it and trying to think about it. Those are wild guesses. I have no idea, and that's okay. And Jairus, if you're out there, this is more fun than a bushel basket full of puppies. There's one thing better than a puppy is a bushel basket full of them. You know what I'm saying? You guys have a great night. Thanks for picking me up. This is Ryan, KJ5MCV. Happy to be here. And turning it back to net control. Have a great one, Dustin.
All right there, Ryan. We got you down for B and B there. We'll say 73 to you, and I see Nick in the balloon screen says he doesn't wear pants. I'm fully nude, Nick, so there you go. It's going to have to be an 18-plus live stream. Hi. We'll say 73 for now, and that takes care of our mobiles. And well, let's go up here to the top. Let's talk to Jeremy. KE8ZRY, how you doing?
KD8EPC, this is KE8ZRY. Good evening, Dustin, everybody on the net so far, or I guess now. I hope everybody's doing well. It's Wednesday, middle of the week. I'm kind of happy. I had to take the day off, though. The little one was sick, so it's easier for me to take off of work and be with her instead of taking her to the sitters and get everybody else sick. But yeah, hope everybody's had a great week. The invention was last week. I'm sure everybody's talked about it. I wasn't in on the Sunday night, but had fun down there. I was down there for 2 days. Had quite a bit of fun. But yeah, with that, my trivia. I'm gonna go with I don't know. I have no idea on the main trivia. I'm gonna go with Delta, and we're gonna go with Alpha on the second one. So Delta and Alpha tonight. I hope everybody has a great rest of the week, and hopefully this weather turns around and gets warmer. I know it's not supposed to till next week, but hopefully Mother Nature has some pity on Ohio. With that, I'll turn it back over to you, Dustin. This is KE8ZRY, seeing 73s.
All right there, Jeremy. Well, great to hear you, and sorry I didn't catch you at Dayton. I didn't catch a lot of people at Dayton. I was hanging out with Shannon and Remmel most of the time, so that was about it. So there you go. We'll say 73 to you, and let's jump on down here to Texas. Let's talk to Mark. K3MBC, this is KD8EPC. How you doing?
KD8EPC, this is K3MBC. Doing pretty well tonight, Dustin. As far as trivia goes, as tempted as I was to run to Google and check, I'm going to say that the main trivia will be Delta and Alt will be Delta. Had a pretty good day down here in Texas. Did a little bit of practice logging down the Born Breaker net, and hopefully honed my skills a little bit for Sunday. I believe I'm up next, so it's been a pretty good day. K3ABC, back to you.
All right there, Mark. Well, great to hear you, and I think you're coming in a little bit hot, or maybe my radio's up a lot. I'm not sure, but I got you down for D and E there. Nick agrees with me. You're overdriving your thing there, so I don't know if your power is too high or if you're just too close to the mic, but you were really coming in hot there, so there you go. But we got you down for double D's, Mark. We'll say 73. We'll catch you down the log, and in the customary 10th spot, we're going to go talk to Mr. Ray now. K5CFY. How you doing, Ray? I tried to check in second hour, but I got stomped on, so there you go. How you doing?
KD8EPC in the net, K5CFY. Sorry about that. Well, it happens, you know, but anyway, your thought was in it anyway. I'm going to go with Bravo and Charlie for my guesses, and that's about all I got. Best wishes for Mr. Shannon. Hopefully he'll get out of the hospital there. There's a lot of sick people there. Anyway, I'll get off of here and let you get on down the list. Thanks for doing that there, Dustin. 73 all K5 CFY.
All right there, Ray. Well, great to hear you. And yeah, I know sometimes you get stomped on there, so I had to get back to work and didn't have time there. But it was great to hear you, and I listened to the second hour for a while till I had to walk away. But we'll say 73. Got you down for Bravo and Charlie, and we'll look forward to talking to you again there real soon. Let's go talk to Taco Tim now, KI5 at TAQ. How you doing?
Hey, good evening there, Dustin. This is KI5 TAQ. Let me get the trivia questions out of the way first. I think I'm going to go with Bravo and Bravo. That's Bravo for the main trivia and Bravo for the alt trivia. Right now I'm just doing love seats on the air. Oh, and then the of course, I got to get up and do this whole thing all over again. And wake-up calls are coming way too early.
All right there, Tim. Well, great to hear you. We got you down for double B's tonight. We'll say 73, and make sure you tell the better half there that we said hello there. We'll catch you on down the log. Let's jump to Fairlawn. Let's talk to my good friend John. W2JLS, how you doing?
KD8EPC, good evening on your ears, sir. How are you doing? I'm just fine out here in Fairlawn. And, let's see. I'm thinking about the trivia questions. I really was completely unfamiliar with the main trivia, but it sounds like a fun one, and I was just looking over the questions in the blue screen and the choices for that. I'm going to go with the choice C, I think, was the one about designing their own receiver. I believe they probably could have done that, but that one seems kind of like maybe, I don't know. That's my guess. And then the Josh's question, I love this question. Reminds me of a Stephen Jay Gould essay. I don't know if he's familiar with it, but tell him to look up that word relative to Stephen Jay Gould, an essay in his later collection. And with respect to that, I'm going to say throwing somebody out of a window. Anyway, those are my responses for trivia tonight. Good to hear you tonight for sure, and I won't slow the net down further, but hope everything's going well for you. Let me know about a social at some point. Love to catch up. W2JLS, passing it back. Thanks for having me, Dustin.
All right there, John. Well, great to hear you. And all is well in the world here, man. Same old thing, different day. Fuel oil tank today, and that's been about it. Got you down for Charlie and Alpha. And anytime you want to get together, my friend, you let me know. My schedule is pretty flexible in the evenings most of the time. So anytime you want to get together for a bite to eat, a beverage, or just a nice chat there, I'd be happy to do it. So we'll say 73. We got you down for Charlie and Alpha. And that's going to jump us on over here to Missouri. And we're going to talk to KA0KDW. Brad, how you doing?
Good evening, Dustin, everyone else on the net. I'm going to go with PA, public address, for my answer. P, of course, for pass on the first question. And we'll go with A for the second one. Doing all right. It's actually a little rough copy on my repeater tonight. Seems to be a little bit of band enhancement, and the Mexico-Missouri repeater, which I'm on a co-channel with, they seem to be pretty chatty tonight. Either that, it's the Jane, Missouri repeater. One of those two repeaters is pretty chatty. I'd venture to say it's probably the Mexico-Missouri repeater, because that repeater has like a 60-mile coverage area. And my repeater and that repeater, if you look on a map, there's a town called Eldon, E-L-D-O-N. And as you drop the hill on eastbound 54, coming north out of Eldon, is where you overlap my repeater and their repeater for mobile. There's maybe like a 3-mile gap between the two coverage areas. And it'll probably be butting right up against it when you're hilltopping in that area when I upgrade to my Quantar before long. But at least when I upgrade to my Quantar, I'll go from 23.5 watts from the duplexer to 50 watts. So that'll hopefully get rid of all this doubling I have to listen to tonight. So I'll be glad when that gets done. But anyhow, glad to be back on. And again, we're going to go with PA, publicly addressing the net, with my answers, pass and alpha. KA0KDW, back over to you, Dustin.
All right there, Brad. Well, so great to hear you. We got you down for pass on the first one and alpha for the second one. And, yeah, I had another comment for you, but it went right in one ear and out the other. So there you go. We'll say 73, and we'll have to catch up on the radio there soon. All right. Well, let's go to my good friend Jairus, AI5Q. How you doing, Jairus?
Hey, Dustin, I'm doing pretty good, and just hanging out and texting Shannon, getting updates on him. They're doing an ultrasound of his left leg because he's got a blood clot in there, and they think it might be acting up, causing him some of his problems. So that's what they're doing right now while they wait on the second EKG timeline to roll around. And let's see, for trivia, I'm going to go with Alpha and Charlie, alternating current, and just guesses tonight. I don't know anything about either of these two topics, but I guess I'll learn something at the end of the net. And then again, when somebody asks what the answers were after the answers were given. Oh well. AI5Q. Good to hear you, Dustin. We'll talk to you later. 73.
All right there, Jairus. Well, great to hear you out there tonight. We got you down for Alpha and Charlie, and we'll say 73, and I hope things are going good with Shannon. I sent him a text a little while ago to give me that update, so hopefully things keep going good, and all is well for him. Glad he is there, and I owe you a phone call. I saw you called me the other day, but just totally forgot that until just now, so there you go. We'll say 73 for now, and we'll look forward to catching you down the log. It's that time, so I guess I'll ID. This is the Beacon Net, and this is KD8EPC, and next we're going to talk to Eric, KD8VZA. What's going on in Strongsville?
KD8EPC in the group, KE8VZA here. It's pretty quiet over here in the Ville. All those noisy motorcycles decided to at least go back home for 5 minutes. They'll be back. Anyway, this weekend was down kind of near Xenia over in Oxford to the west for our son's college graduation from Miami U. He has his master's in accountancy now, and it was really cool, and seeing him cross the finish line. What else? Bushel basket full of puppies. Yeah, that's fun. I saw a video on Instagram with a bunch of baby goats. That looks like a lot of fun, too. It might be painful at some point with their little hooves and they like to butt you. Anyway, trivia, I'm going to go with Charlie and Alpha, because I saw a couple documentaries over the weekend at the hotel. So yeah, there you go. Should have been sleeping, but I was watching documentaries. KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right there, Eric Lee. Can't go wrong with a good documentary. We got you down for Charlie and Alpha, and fainting goats are the best. I see Nick posted that in the blue screen, and I will second that motion. We had a bunch of in and outs, and that brings me down here to Kelly, KC0LRM. How you doing?
K8EPC, you caught me with a mouthful of hard salami and pepper jack cheese on a Ritz cracker, so I'm doing pretty good here. To my answers, I'm going to go AA, not that I'm drinking or anything like that, but that's my answers. Doing pretty good here, just got a lot of stuff going on with this new job. I'll be glad when it kind of settles down, but I'm glad to have it. With that, I'm going to let you get on down the list there, and hope my Spurs can catch up here. They're behind right now. So, but back to you, Dustin. Thanks for running that.
All right there, Kelly. Well, great to hear you out there as always. Let's see here. Waiting for the blue screen to update. Boy, did I miss your trivia answers? Or is NetLogger just really slow tonight?
Alpha and Alpha. Like I said, it's not related to any drinking or nothing like that.
No, I remember you saying that too right after I asked you, but NetLogger's really slow and it hasn't gotten there. So Kelly, once again, great to hear you, my friend, and enjoy some of those crackers for me. I'm waiting for the net to be over. I've got a fresh loaf of sourdough and some homemade apple butter, and I'm fixing to tear into that once the net's done. So we'll say 73 to you. Have a great evening for now, and that's going to bring me over here to the north end of Medina. We're going to go talk to Uncle Fred, QFT. How you doing?
W8WKY.
I'm doing fine, Dustin. I'm going to go with Alpha and Alpha. That's A and A in no particular order for the trivia. You know, I don't know anything about that Sputnik thing, but Cleveland high school kids, I guess they had something going there. They were on the ball. But something cool I've seen this week, Channel 8 in Cleveland, they're throwing away an old couch, and students from Max Hayes High School picked up on it, and they got that couch, and they made it into a remote control thing you can drive around. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. High school kids, you know. I used to work across the street from Max Hayes once a week, a security job, and yeah, you know, you never seen a bunch of, you know, better behaved kids than they were. It really surprised me. Never any problems seen there across the street from them. And school be out, they'd sit out, they'd just stand out there and wait for the bus and go home. No trouble. Yeah. Anyhow, yeah, Alpha and Alpha. And that's about all I have for now. KE8QFT, back to net control.
All right there, Uncle Fred, we got you down for Alpha and Alpha, and that's pretty cool there. We'll say 73 and catch you down the log, and that's going to take me over here to the land of snow and maple syrup. AB8MO. Andy, did you make it into the shower and back?
KD8EPC. This is AB8MO. Yeah, I am out, and I literally just sat down. So I guess I'm going to have to register my answers in the blue screen because I got nothing for you. I haven't even had a chance to scroll up yet. So anyhow, doing okay. Work was picked up and finally got a job done. I had a lot to work on, a lot of rework. But I got most of them working, except for two that I think are going to end up getting scrapped. But we'll see what happens with that. So I need a bathroom bow fung. Well, I tried to do echo stink, and that worked fine until who was it that was so loud I had to turn it down? I don't know. Somebody was like stupid loud, and I had to turn it down because I was afraid it was going to blow my speaker. And then I couldn't hear Dustin, but I was already in the shower. So maybe I do need a bathroom bow fung, you know, something I'm not afraid to get wet. Maybe they're submersible. I don't know. That's a good question. So anyway, I guess I'll have to register my answers later because I haven't had a chance to even read them, nor have I heard them because I had my radio too low. Yeah, I need a flushable bow fug. That's right, Just Nick. We'll go with that. So anyway, it was a blast camping with you, Dustin, last week. I wish it was a little warmer. I think next time I'll have to check the forecast, and you know, I think it's just because of the CPAP. I need to camp when it's no colder than 50 degrees. That's all I got from here. Back to you there, Dustin. Thanks for picking up the net. We're going to have to put you under more intense monitoring because you seem to wander away from the board and breaker net. We missed you this afternoon, but fortunately, just Nick filled in for you just fine. KD80PC, this is AB8MO. See y'all later.
All right there, Andy. Well, it was great camping with you at Ham Convention. Yeah, next year we'll have to maybe try to plan it and get an electric site, or hopefully the weather will be better. I'm hoping by next year I'll have my camper or something like that, so we'll be nice and warm and good to go there. But yeah, I'm hoping to camp at the same place against next year. And you definitely need a bathroom baofeng, and yeah, there you go. So Andy will say 73. Tim will be waiting your answers there in the blue screen. So we'll say 73 for now, and that brings me down to Phil if he's still there. WV3K is still awake.
KD8EPC, Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. Yeah, I'm still awake, buddy. How you been?
All is well in the world, my friend. Great to hear you out there. We'll have to catch up on the phone tomorrow. How are you?
I'm tired and ready to get myself ready for sleep. Got an early appointment tomorrow with the VA, and yeah, it's just more stuff to do. Hopefully that goes well, and I can carry on with the day or just get some more rest. But with trivia for you, I'm going to go with Charlie and I'm going to go with Alpha for the Charlie with the second one, and Alpha with the first one. So not that I really know which one is what, but I've just given you some answers to fill in on the block. Then you can mark them in red when I miss them up. So anyway, have a great night, rest of the remainder of the night, Dustin. And thank you for picking me up. I happen to be conscious at this time, and I'll kind of get myself ready to get some rest. K8EPC net control, WV3K, and thanks a lot. It's good hearing your voice. Be good to yourself.
All right there, Phil. Well, so great to hear you out there tonight, and good luck in the morning. And when you get done with your appointment, give me a call, because I should be up and at 'em early. I got to go to Parma in the morning, so give me a call, and we'll catch up. And we'll have to get together for a meal here real soon. We'll say 73, and we got you down for Alpha and Charlie for your answers. And that's going to bring me over here to Mark, KC8FQV Northern. Mark, how you doing? Uh-oh, let's try that again. KC8FQV, are you out there? All right, maybe he's on another net. Make sure.
I don't know what it's doing. Okay, now it's coming through. I'm coming through Newberry. So I'm going to say for the main trivia, is there 3 of them or just 2 of them? And I'll say C for the first one and A for the alternative. So it'd be CA, but I don't know, was there 3 tonight? Let me know. KCFQV.
There was only 2 there, Mark. And we got you down for the 2 there. Do you have anything else for us?
It was great going down to Dayton, and everything came out good. Yeah, I'm coming through Newberry. So I went to Kings Island, did that, and I was ready to head back to Columbus on Monday night. Monday night, started raining, and I said, oh wait, I can't go to Columbus. I gotta go up to Hubbard Heights, to Buc-ee's up there at 235 and 70. And boy, oh boy, gas is a lot cheaper there. It was $4.08 when I got it on Monday night. And then I stayed up there because it was so late. I just said, I want to just stay here in Fairborn, right by Ray Patterson there and that. I didn't really realize that where it was at. So I just stayed there and then went back in the morning and seen Buc-ee's during the day and got a chopped brisket. Yeah, chopped brisket, and then I ate part of it then and finished it today for lunch. So headed home, and yeah, we're going to be there. We're in the works. The papers are being worked on for one to be built on 71 at 39 out by Mansfield. So we'll send it back to net, KSFQV.
All right there, Mark. Well, great to hear you got the job for Charlie and Alpha. And I'll tell you what, I forgot to go to Buc-ee's, but why not? Next time I go down that way, I will. Or they're building the one by Mansfield, so maybe I'll just wait and go to that one because it won't be too long. But if not, we'll catch it next year at Hamvention. So surprised we didn't see you there, but I didn't see a lot of people. I did run into Benny, KC, DEO, so that was kind of cool. But that was about it. Gary and Jason, I ran into them. Andy, Josh, a few people, but there's a bunch of people there that I didn't run into. So there you go. We'll say 73 to you. And that's going to bring us on down here to David, KO4FSH. How you doing?
KD8SLG, KO4FSH, doing all right here tonight. As far as the trivia, I'm going to go with Alpha and Delta, AD, analog digital. And not much else to tell, so back to net.
All right there, David. Glad to have you out there. We got you down for Alpha and Delta for your trivias. We'll say 73 to you, and looks like we're even there, Nick. So, and that brings me to the bottom of the list, and last and not least on the list so far, KI5RFI. This is KD80PC. How you doing, Mac?
Hello, Dustin, everybody on the net. It's KI5RFI. Beautiful day here in Arkansas. Kids, elementary kids got to have their color run relay races for the next to last day of school. It was a lot of fun. My answers for the trivia, I'm going to take a wild guess because I have no idea. I'm just going to go with Alpha and Alpha. Back to you, Dustin.
All right there, Matt. Glad you had a beautiful day. It was kind of rainy and chilly here today, so that's how that went, but not too bad. And end of school is starting here real soon, too. We got you down for double A's. We'll say 73 to you, and we'll look forward to catching you down the log real soon. And Mac was at the bottom of the list as it stands. This is KD80PC with the Beacon Net, and I'm ready for some more check-ins. Please call now.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Echo Romeo Zulu, Terry in Ellenboro, West Virginia, KF8ERZ.
Kilo Foxtrot 6 Peace on Earth. This is Kilo Foxtrot 6 Peace on Earth, Christian.
KF8GGM Kilo Foxtrot 8 Golf Mike, Mountain Rain.
All right, guys. We picked up a few there. We have KF8ERZ Terry in West Virginia. We have KF6POE Christian, KD2HC Chris, and KF8GGM Matt. Let's go up here and get our trivias reread before we go down the list here. And let's start with Bob, KA8LYJ. Would you mind rereading us the main trivia, please?
KD8EPC, KA8LYJ. I would not. The Soviet Union's launch of Sputnik in 1957 panicked America's leaders and ignited the space race. A group of Cleveland teenagers was in the center of it. Which of these did the St. Joseph High School Radio Club, Whiskey 8 Kilo Tango Zulu, not accomplish? Alpha invented a curved slide rule to accurately plot the satellite's orbit. Bravo beat the Naval Observatory, the U.S. Naval Observatory rather, to finding and tracking Sputnik by 4 hours. Charlie, designed and built a 110 megahertz receiver for tracking? Or was it Delta, calculated and corrected the Doppler shift for the transmissions? Back to you, Dustin, KA8LYJ.
All right, thanks so much there, Bob. Now let's go over here to WA8HRF to get a reread on the alt trivia. Go ahead there, Josh.
KD8EPC, W8HRF. Tonight's alternate trivia is, what is the meaning of the word defenestration? Your options are Alpha, the act of throwing someone out of a window. Bravo, the fear of old, moldy wood. Charlie, the study of ancient handwriting. Or Delta, the act of removing a fence. Again, alternate trivia. What is the meaning of the word defenestration? Your options are the act of throwing someone out of a window. Bravo, the fear of old, moldy wood. Charlie, the study of ancient handwriting. Or Delta, the act of removing a fence. Back to you, Dustin.
All right, thanks so much there, Josh. Really appreciate it there. Let's go down here to the list and see who we've got. We're going to start with Terry over in West Virginia, KF8ERZ. How you doing, Terry, and what are your trivia answers?
Good evening, Dustin. Everybody on that. This is KF8ERZ. That's a pretty good evening. I got a good bit of rain here this evening. Definitely been needing that, but now they're calling for rain for the next 10 days. It looks like it's going to be wet for a while. Anyway, yeah, for trivia, I'm just having no idea, so I'm going to go with Charlie Bravo, Citizens Band, where I got started in my radio journey 20-some years ago. Anyway, hope everyone's having a wonderful evening. You guys have a great net on tonight. All your nets are just phenomenal. I enjoy every one of them. I get the pleasure of checking into. Thank you for taking my check-in. And just hope everyone has a great night. So with that, I'll say 73s and God bless. It's KF8ERZ.
All right there, Terry. Well, thanks so much for stopping by. We got you down for Charlie and Bravo. And there was a time long ago and far away when I spent a lot of time there on the CB and put my unit in Washington through its paces. So that's where I started, too. So good times. We'll say 73 to you, and we'll look forward to catching you down the log. And that's going to bring us on over here to Christian, KF6POE. This is KD8EPC. How you doing?
Hi, everybody on the net. Dustin, good to hear you this evening. Yeah, it was exciting. Hearing the whole hamvention thing was fun. The only reason I was able to go is because my wife's been wanting to go to Buc-ee's, and not the Hamfest. So I just said, hey, guess what's 18 miles away from my Hamfest? I got you. So we went to Buc-ee's, then we went to the Hamvention, and then we went to Buc-ee's again to grab food. And we wish we had bought more of those chopped brisket sandwiches, FQV, because they were delicious. Mine lasted about 2 minutes, so not 2 days quite. But, alas, delicious, and looking forward to that Mansfield location to get some more of those Buc-ee nuggets. And as for... Oh, I wanted to ask Dustin if what campsite you went to. You can reply after I'm done here with my answers for trivia, which the first one is Alpha, because I'm using a slide rule as a back scratcher right now, and Alpha. So there we go, Astrum Argentum. And I'll pass it back to you, Great Net. And 73, everyone, this is Kilo Foxtrot 6, Peace on Earth.
All right there, Christian. Well, great to hear you. We got you down for double A's, and I stayed over at John Bryan State Park, and it was absolutely beautiful. I got the last sight, so it was kind of sunny there, but next year I'm going to reserve early, and I found a better spot way back in the woods where I'm going to be staying next year, but it was pretty nice, so there you go. We'll say 73 to you for now, Christian, and we'll look forward to catching you down the log. And that's going to bring us on over here to Matt over in Lorraine. KF8 at GGM. How you doing, my friend?
W8WKY.
KD8EPC, this is KF8GGM. Hi, Dustin. I'm doing all right, buddy. Hope you're doing well also. Having a quiet night. Not looking forward to tomorrow. I've got a 6-hour procedure at the Cleveland VA in the morning. I got to be there at 7, so not looking forward to that. Other than that, it's been a great day. I hope everybody on the net's had a great day, and it's good to hear you on the air, Dustin. And thanks for taking me, man. And really not much to add, so just want to say thanks again. Hope everyone has a great night. And 73's KF8 GGM.
All right there, Matt. Well, great to hear you out there again, as always. It's a pleasure. And let's see, boy, I had something else for you, but it was a good day. All is well in the world. Did an emergency fuel oil tank with my buddy, but that was about it. That's what happened today, and now we're having fun with the net. So, Matt, we'll say 73 to you for now, and we'll look forward to catching you on down the log. And, Matt, can you come back and give me your trivia answers one more time, please?
You know, Dustin, I always forget to do that, man, and I'm so sorry. My answers are going to be Charlie and Alpha. That's my answers, Charlie and Alpha. KF8 GGM, back to net control.
All right there. Well, great to hear you, my friend. We'll say 73 to you, and we got you down for, we got your answers down now. We'll say 73, and we'll catch you down the log, my friend. Matt's the bottom of the list. This is KD8EPC, and I'm looking for some more check-ins for the Beacon Net. Please call now. All right, nothing heard. Let's go talk to the net control team. Just Nick, my president. Can you put me down for double A's for my trivia answers? What's going on, man?
KD8EPC, KD8SLG. How you doing, Dustin? I'm doing fine, man. I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. I got you down for Alpha and Alpha. Those happen to be my answers as well, double A's. Where is Rev Kev tonight? He's MIA. It's good hearing Terry and Christian here. Those guys are on the morning show every day, so it's cool to hear them in here at night. Hi, guys. And everybody else in here. You guys are cool. I think it's cool we added Yuri to the automatic ad list. That's pretty neat. What's going on? Let's see. We got a fox hunt tomorrow night instead of a meeting. You don't have to sit through any PowerPoint slides from me. Looks like the weather's going to actually be kind of temperate and normal-ish, high 60s. That would be nice. Still going to have dinner at the Casa Nuestra at 5 o'clock, so all are welcome there. Field day T-shirts are available. That's up on the website. Got 2 weeks. 2 weeks from tonight, we'll close it down at the end of the Beacon Net. We should have them in time for the meeting before field day. That would be awesome. Everybody can dress the same. Look like a bunch of minions out there, but no minion yellow this year. No minion yellow. That's all I got tonight, man. Good day today on the Border Breaker Net. I missed you. A bunch of people missed you, but I had fun nonetheless. No worries, man. No worries. Thanks, Dustin. Fine business tonight. Good net tonight. KD8SLG, back to net control.
All right there, Nick. Well, thanks for covering me today. Fuel oil tanks sometimes don't wake when they start leaking, but this one was easy. It was outdoors, so there you go. And I'll tell you what, I checked in with you on the first hour on Echolink, and as I was checking in with you, my buddy's like, is that a voicemail? I'm like, no, that's Echolink. I'm trying to check into the net. So he walks across the room and turns up the volume on his ICOM, and he's like, we could just check in on this. But at that point, I had already talked to you, so that was my good friend Justin. He He doesn't get on here very much, but he's got them programmed in there. So there you go, Nick. Great to hear you out there. We'll say 73 to you for now, and I think that's all I've got for you for right now. Thanks for doing everything you do, and thanks for being our president. Let's go talk to Miss Lucy, K8YUK. What do you have for your trivia answers, and give us your comments.
K8YUK to the net. I think. What? KE8. What? Anyway, sorry. I'm going to go with Alpha and Alpha for my trivia answers. My traffic today was timeless. I had no sense of time whatsoever. But I got some food ready for tomorrow, which I need to remember to put away. And the kids were okay, and Will tipped a stepladder onto himself because he tried to climb it while it was folded and leaning against a wall, so I had to put that away. Yeah, just kind of stuck indoors. Got to hang out at my parents' for a little bit. They invited us over for dinner, which was very nice. And, yeah, it's been a pretty slow and low day, which is all right by me. That's pretty much it. Thanks for running the net, guys. Thank you to our trivia masters. And take a break. KUYUK to KD8EPC, 73s, and God bless.
All right there, Miss Lucy. We'll say 73 to you, and we'll look forward to catching you on down the log. All right, we're going to go over here, and we're going to talk to Bob, K8LYJ. Give us any comments you have, and then go ahead and drop and give us the answer to main trivia, please.
KD8EPC, K8LYJ. I guess we'll get this out of the way. For my trivia answers, I am going to go abstinence for the main trivia and alpha for alt. And for the net, all I've got to say is I'm looking forward to the tomorrow. My dad and mom used to really love fox hunting. And I've never been on one, so this ought to be a blast. Jason was nice and dropped a handy finder for me, and looking forward to employing it. Let me let it drop, and I will read the question and provide the answers. All right, the Soviet Union's launch of Sputnik in 1957 panicked America's leaders and ignited the space race. A group of Cleveland teenagers was in the center of it. Which of these did the St. Joseph High School Radio Club, Whiskey 8 Kilo Tango Zulu, not accomplish? Alpha invented a curved slide rule to accurately plot the satellite's orbit. Bravo beat the U.S. Naval Observatory to finding and tracking Sputnik by 4 hours. Charlie designed and built a 110 megahertz receiver for tracking. And Delta calculated and corrected the Doppler shift for the transmissions. All right, the answers were kind of jumbled up, so I will take them out of order because the narrative plays that way. They did not need to build a 110 megahertz receiver for tracking because the Soviets, in a public relations move, PSYOPs against the Americans, chose to broadcast Sputnik's signal at 40 and 20 megahertz, which was readily receivable on any shortwave radio receiver that you could buy at your local 5 and dime. So the Ham Club at St. Joseph High School tuned into those frequencies and found Sputnik and recorded hundreds, thousands of feet of magnetic tape of the signals. And with that, they were able to delta, calculate and correct for the Doppler shift of the transmissions. This enabled them to alpha, invent a curved slide rule, which they named the orbitometer, to accurately plot the satellite's orbit. They were able to anticipate where it was going to be, when it was going to be there, using this special slide rule that they invented.
W8WK.
All right, and when the FBI came to confiscate their thousands of feet of magnetic tape with Sputnik signals, the FBI informed them that they had beat the U.S. Naval Observatory to finding and tracking Sputnik's orbit by a good 4 hours. So the answer was, of course, Charlie. They did not design and build a 110 megahertz receiver for tracking, not because they couldn't, obviously. These kids were brilliant, but because they didn't need to. 10 megahertz, by the way, was the band that the United States was planning to use for their own satellite once they were able to get it out off the ground and out into orbit. And I'll go ahead and give it back to you, KA8LYJ.
All right there, Bob. Well, thanks so much for doing another wonderful trivia for us. I really appreciate it, and that was a really good one there. So we'll say 73 to you, and we'll look forward to the next one. And that's going to bring us on over here to Josh, W8HRF. Go ahead and give us your comments and drop and give us the alternate trivia answer.
KD8EPC, W8HRF. I don't have too many tonight. I've said it a couple times on different nets. It was good seeing everybody at Hamvention. I think there were well over 20 Sarah members that were there. It was awesome. Ran into at least a dozen or so. We, some of us got together and had dinner on Friday, which was awesome. So it was good to catch up with everybody. So there you go. Let me go ahead and read alt trivia. Tonight's alternate trivia question was, what is the meaning of the word defenestration? Your options were Alpha, the act of throwing someone out of a window. 14 people answered that. Bravo, the fear of old moldy wood. 3 people answered that. Charlie, the study of ancient handwriting. 5 people answered Charlie. And Delta, the act of removing a fence. 3 people chose that. And so the answer is Alpha, the act of throwing someone out of a window. Let me let this drop. The word defenestration comes from the Latin root de, down from or out of, and fenestra, meaning window. By extension, defenestration can also refer to the sudden or forceful removal of someone from a position of power. So, auto-defenestration refers to throwing oneself or accidentally falling out of a window. Notable examples of defenestration include, in the New Testament book, The Acts of the Apostles, a young man fell asleep while listening to the Apostle Paul preach late into the night. Sitting by the third-story window, he fell out and was believed dead, or was dead, before Paul revived him. In December, another example is in December of 1840, Abraham Lincoln and 4 other Illinois legislators jumped out of a window in a political maneuver to prevent a quorum during a vote involving the Illinois State Bank. Another interesting fact, among computer enthusiasts and Linux users, defenestration is sometimes jokingly used to describe the act of removing Microsoft Windows from a computer. Those are your tidbits about defenestration tonight. Hope you all enjoyed. We'll catch you later. KD8EPC, W8HRF 73 all.
All right there, Josh. Well, thanks so much for another great alternate trivia. Really appreciate it there. And it was cool to see you and Lucy and the kids at Hamvention, too. Wish I could have come to dinner, but I was hanging out with Renimal and Shannon, and that was fun, too. So it was great to see those guys, and they made good timing. But we'll say 73 to you, and this is KD8EPC. I'm at the bottom of the list as it stands, and we're going to make another call here for check-ins. Any stations waiting to check in, please call now. All right, nothing else heard. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, and the whole Beacon Net crew, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8. Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. Also, don't forget to check out the barometer net every morning at 7 a.m. except for Sunday here on the W8WKY repeater. And don't forget to visit our friends over on the N5XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker net every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is KD80PC returning the repeater to normal amateur use at this time, and I will be clear. 73, y'all.
KA0KDW. Josh's other passion project is to defenestrate people. KA0KDW. Y'all have a good night.
Have a good night, Brad. 73, KD80PC.
K8LYJ. I'm a Mac user, so I'm all about defenestration.
Good one. Good one. Yeah, defenestration, spectacular word. I love it. I love that somebody took the trouble. Good question.
I feel I have been defenestrated.
My girl defenestrated me last night. It was absolutely fabulous. KD8SLG.
That's my president.
Wow. That's a lot of info there. KF8 GGM.
I don't think I can sleep tonight after hearing that, so thanks very much for that picture in my head. K3MBC.
Hey, your Bluetooth headset sounds much better now if you're using that, Mark.
Yeah, I'm just listening on the Bluetooth. I'm using the actual mic on the radio itself. So, yeah, that's what my problem was.
Very good, very good. The Bluetooth microphones pick up too much other stuff. These radio microphones are made to hear voices mostly. What a great idea. What a concept. KD8SLG.
I know sarcasm when I hear it. KF8 GGM.
W2JLS. I love this kind of like everyone throws out one quick shot, sometimes IDing and sometimes not. Kind of like when I was a kid watching Laugh-In, you did like one quick shot, boom, the next person, one quick shot, boom. Kind of cool. Fenetra. Defenestration. Spectacular.
Don Spencer, KE8DCA.
Okay, so as I recall, the rules are identifying once every 10 minutes.
Okay, so QB.
You know, in the round table fun, throw one in and throw one out, and a couple people hanging out. No need to ID at the end of everyone, but sometimes I just don't know if I'm going to come back. I am out. 73 all y'all. KD8SLG clear.
W8WKY.
9, Nick. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9,
Good night, Mr. President.
73.
Is this network closed? This is KJ5.
Mark K, SQV doubled with you there. Wanted to know if he was right in his trivia answers. Mark, you were. The answers were, in fact, Charlie and Alpha. KA8LYJ.
All right, that
there
one I
you go,
got
Mark.
it.
Casey,
You know, the
I heard
the RF side.
KJ5 ATA guys out there. KJ5 ATA, you missed us again, guy. How you doing?
That what happens over here on DV Switch. The RF input, that 3.9 at least, are lower. KSIF QV. But thanks for coming back.
All right, let me make sure I've got it here. All right, this is KD8EPC. I'm looking for Guy there, KJ5ATA. Hi, Guy. The net's over, but I'll talk to you for a minute. How you doing?
Yeah. I think this is Dustin I'm talking to, if I got it right. I'm on the earphones. Anyways, just seeing if the network was still open, but I guess it's closed down, so I didn't catch any of the trivias or anything like that. Just catching on late. So anyways, it's no big deal. I just thought I might just tune in and such like that. It's okay. I'm ready to call it anyways at night for anyways. So, yeah, this is KJ5ATA, back to network control, even though it's not a network anymore, so that's okay. All right, 73's good night. You bet.
Well, you know, Guy, as a matter of fact, we just closed the net like 3 or 4 minutes ago, and just before we closed the net, we're like, hey, where is Guy at? And now here you are, so there you go. We were thinking about you and glad to have you in there, but we'll say 73 to you, my friend. Have a good night, and hope to catch you again next time. This is KD8EPC. I'm standing by.
Yeah, KSFQ. I'll just make a comment. I think when they ship Allstar software, it should be all set up. It should be set all up that it drops everything when you disconnect from something, and that you want to leave it connected or whatever, you have to switch it. But factory default should be that it drops everything that's connected to your connection, and the case would be closed on things dragging along. For those that want to drag it along, well, they'll have to reconnect each time they want to listen to the next net that comes up on that network. So, yeah, solve the problem. That, or you could have it be, if you want to drag the people that are connected along the way, then you cannot transmit on that particular node. That node's a receive-only node, so you only can hear on it. No transmitting would go on it. KSFQB.
Yep, that happens, Mark. Sometimes you just get dragged in, and we weren't mad at you. Something just auto-connected, and you happened to be talking on the other net when it happened, so we heard you there. But no worries, man. Great to hear you out there. 73, Mark, have a good night. We'll talk to you down the log. W2JLS, John, are you still out there?
KD8EPC, I'm here, buddy. How you doing?
All is well in the world, man. All is well in the world. How are you?
I mean, most things are good. Work's really busy, and I've got this side hustle I've been working on for about, I don't know, 5.5, 6 months, and that's taken a lot of free time, drinking way too much coffee. And, yeah, I mean, things are generally well. Could probably use a social dimension at some point. Need to work on that. And then radio, I've been trying to screw around with radio a little bit more lately. And, yeah, I've got a little project going on in the backyard. I've got to get the tie off for my end fed. I'm going to put in a ground post for that and get that up, and then maybe get another 2-meter antenna at some point here this summer.
Sounds like you got a lot of irons in the fire there, my friend, but sounds like you're doing good at it. Yeah, I've been playing much radio lately, but I went to Hamvention, camped out for a couple of days, picked up an HF vertical antenna. It's supposedly 80 through 6 meters with no radials. I think it uses the coax's outer shield as a counterpoise, but I'm going to try to figure out a way to add some radials to it because I'm sure it will perform better that way. And picked up a laptop, but had a good time camping, man. Friday I did almost, 16,900 and some odd steps. So that was pretty good and pretty exhausting, but been trying to get my steps in every day when I can there. And yeah, anytime, man, that you want to get together, have a bite to eat, a beverage, whatever, I am always down.
Yeah, I heard you mention earlier you'd be up in Parma. Are you tied up at lunchtime, or maybe we catch up there? Parma's not far from my office. I'm in Lakewood.
So I'm going up there to visit a female friend of mine tomorrow. We're going to go spend the day together and do something fun, maybe go to the aquarium or something.
Ooh la la. Very good, sir. Yeah, I definitely don't want to get in the way of that. But yeah, we'll find a time. Yeah, sometime, maybe this spring, get even a small group. It was a good time. You had Miss Nancy and a handful of the regulars out for Mexican that night. That was fun. But yeah, I'm happy to catch up socially. Would be nice. Eyeball QSO. I know it seems like some of the group was doing something out here in Farallon on Thursdays for breakfast, but typically I'm at work. I don't know if they still do that, but yeah, even if it's just the two of us or whatever, that'd be cool. Just have to figure out a time. Sounds like you said you're free most evenings. Like work is crazy, but yeah, evenings can work.
Well, absolutely. That would be fun there. Yeah, that last get-together with Nancy, that was a spur of the moment. I had like an hour to throw that together and was happy how many people showed up. That was really cool there. I know here in a couple of weeks, Wade's going to be coming to town, and I'm sure we're going to be having dinner with him, so I can keep you up on that. But, yeah, we can get together anytime, man. It'd be good to see you. And, yeah, boy, I had something else for you, but I don't remember what it was. It's getting late there, but, unfortunately, I'm tired and wide awake at the same time because this guy decided to drink an energy drink right at the start of the net.
W2JLS for ID. You fool, energy drink. You should wind down this time of night. I know you don't drink anymore, alcohol that is, and probably for the best. But, yeah, I mean, energy drink at, 10 o'clock, maybe not the best idea if you wanted to go to bed tonight. Yeah, and the antenna you picked up, that sounds pretty cool, man. You have to let me know how that goes. And it sounds like kind of a magic antenna, and you're going to make it even better potentially with some radials. Yeah, cool. You'll have to let me know how that thing swings once you get it up and running.
W8WKY.
Oh, I certainly will. And yeah, it's like, I think it's 20 foot tall when it's fully assembled, something along that line. I put it together just to see how tall it was the other day, and it's pretty tall, but not all that big around. It's pretty skinny at the top and gets bigger as it goes down, and I think it's just got a little matching network there right in the bottom to fool the radio into thinking it's a good match. I bet you it'll probably work pretty good on 20 meters, maybe 40 meters, but I can't really see that thing being really any good on 80 meters at all. Technically, I probably with a heck of a tuner, but as it is, I don't see it working on. Like I said, 40 meters, 20 meters, 10 meters, you probably get away with. You could tune any of those bands on there, but I don't think anything above 40 you get away with on it. But we'll see. I paid $50 for it, so worst case it doesn't work. I got $50 worth of aluminum tubing.
Cool, man. Very cool. Yeah, and cool that you got down to Hamvention and you camped too. I mean, sounds like the weather must have been good enough. It's been hard to envision camping with all the rain we've had this spring so far. But I'm sure you made the most of that. And I think if I heard you correctly, a week or two ago, you were talking about maybe some of your friends coming up from Oklahoma for that. So I'm sure you had a good time. Always fun. It sounds like an adventure. I've never been down to Dayton for that event, Xenia. I need to make time for sure. We live too close to not go down there. I talked to a guy last night on this repeater who'd been there 41 years in a row since he was a kid as a ham. He's been going there, but he lives very close to Dayton.
I'll tell you, I think this is my fifth year, I think, going, or fourth or fifth. But it's worth going, I think, every year as long as I can get people to go down with me, even if I went down for a day and came back. But next year I plan to go down a day or two early before Hamvention because I stayed at this place called John Bryan State Park. Absolutely gorgeous, but it was near this town called Yellow Springs, right? And I didn't actually get to explore it much, but I drove through it a bunch, and it was the cutest little town, man. There was like murals painted on a lot of the buildings, cute little shops everywhere, a Trails End bar or something, like a couple little pizza shops, a taco place, ice cream stand, but a cool little town. Also the home of Dave Chappelle, but yeah, it was such a cute little town, and I didn't get time to explore it because I was spending time at Hamvention. And yeah, Shannon, KC5 RBG, and Remel KA6DOY, they came up to Hamvention, and I got to spend some time with them. Went to Hamvention, had dinner. It was fun. It was a good time.
No, it's super cool. Yellow Springs, Ohio. That sounds small and cool and rural. Yeah, neat, man. And Dave Chappelle's from there. That's cool too. I knew Dave was from Ohio someplace, but I can't recall ever hearing of Yellow Springs. Wonder why they call it Yellow Springs.
Well, I would assume there's some kind of springs and maybe there's sulfur, so they're yellow, but I'm not totally sure. I don't know the history of the whole area, but apparently there's like a huge limestone gorge there that is carved out by the Little Miami River, but I think you have to actually be able to rock climb to be able to see it. But there's all these little state parks and parks right there that I didn't get a chance to check out. And yeah, that little town of Yellow Springs, man, it was the cutest little town I've ever seen. So I want to be able to explore it. They do have a Dave Chappelle shop. I did pass it. I didn't go into it. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to stop. But such a cool little place. And I'm looking forward to going back next year. I'm saving my pennies. I want to get another pop-up camper. The one I have is not going to make it that far. So I think I could save up and find another decent used one that would work pretty well. So that's the story with that. I'm hoping that that'll work out next year. Now, I sent you a few photos from camping, and I'm going to send you a few more.
Well, thanks in advance for that. I'll check those out once I get off to clear the air. But I was just digging in online as you were giving me your answer there. I looked at that gorge. It's called, at Yellow Springs, it's called Clifton Gorge. It says just east of Yellow Springs, connected with John Bryan State Park. That's pretty cool. I see some of their pictures, but I'll definitely check yours out. And I did type in about why they call it Yellow Springs, and it looks like you're on the right track with sulfur, but it's actually iron. It says the spring water contains iron. The water itself can look fairly clear underground, but when it reaches the air, the dissolved iron oxidizes, basically forming rust and leaves a yellow-orange stain deposit on the rocks and surrounding material. I'll tell you, I've seen that kind of thing happen out in Pennsylvania, state of Pennsylvania, near some of the coal mines. They would pull they'd pull the top limestone off of limestone and sandstone off to get to the coal, and they would leave this stuff in piles, and the runoff as it would pass through would leach iron out, and then you'd end up in the streams. It would just be this bright yellow orange. It's kind of wild looking. At the time, I was a young student seeing that, and I thought, man, that it just didn't look natural. Looked like something, like we did something wrong.
Oh, absolutely. Down where I used to love camping, it's now a state park. It's called Jesse Owens State Park in Appalachian Hills Wildlife Area. But back when I used to camp there, it was the AEP recreation lands, and it was 60,000 acres of reclaimed mine land where they had strip mined everything off, and they'd had to come in and bury it all back in, fill in most of the gorges and all that stuff. There was still a few high walls here and there, but, you know, the mine laws, most of them had to get filled in that didn't have ponds right near them. And, yeah, we camped there for a long time, and it was beautiful. And really, if you didn't know any better, if you didn't look really close, you would think that it had been just natural woods that had some logging roads carved into it. But when you really poke down into there deep, you'd notice, you know, there's no trees here that are bigger than like 40 years old, and there's weird topography in places because they just dump piles of dirt there. But it was a really beautiful place all in all, and you get really deep in it. It was almost prehistoric. It felt like with all the greenery everywhere and no electric and nothing around. That was fantastic.
W2JLS for ID. Yeah, and I love geology, and I like that you've got this outdoor lifestyle. You're into it thick, and you know, being outside and kind of communing with nature. It's cool, man. Good for you. It's got to feel, I don't know, it's part of being human, and I think we've lost, a lot of us have lost that. You seem to embrace it. I think that's good on you, for sure. Yeah, it does, like, just eyeballing some of this stuff, looks like a great place to visit. Glad you had fun. Anyway, it's about 11:20, and I probably should get to bed, so I'm going to say goodnight, and I'll listen in on your finals here, and I'll definitely check out the photos you sent. Thanks in advance for sharing those.
Oh, absolutely, John, and it was great to talk to you, man. I don't really have many QSOs. Most of my interactions on the radio anymore are nets, but I've heard everybody chatting tonight, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to stick around, and I hadn't talked to you in a while, so it was good we got to catch up, and yeah, you know, I haven't really done the outdoor thing in about 5 years. My back got hurt, and things got bad for that, and now things are better, and I went camping once, and now I got the bug, and I'm going to go every chance I get, and hopefully get a bunch of good camping in this year. I'd like to go even back down there another time this year. I've got the kayak. I mean, I can do all kinds of outdoor stuff. So 73, my friend, have a great night, and let's catch up here soon. This is KD8EPC, and I'm going to be clear. 73.
KD8EPC, KJ5 MCV. What's up with you, Dustin? Are you ready to scram out of here? Or can I bend your ear a little bit?
W8WKY.
I'll tell you what, Ryan, you can absolutely bend my ear, but you got to give me 30 seconds to walk out to my car and get a bottle of water real quick.
4, 5, 6, 7.
W2JLS, KF8GGM. Real quick, I got a question for you if you can stick around for 30 seconds.
W2JLS returning. I'm still here. What's going on?
Hi, John. My name's Matt. I'm a new ham. I think that was you I heard last night on the net. with the Colorado Astronomy Net. My youngest daughter is very into space, and she was wondering how she could listen to you guys. And the reason why I figured it out was you mentioned something to Dustin about Fairlawn, and you said you were in Fairlawn last night. So I was wondering if you could just give me like when you guys are on so that she can tune in and listen.
Oh, sure. That would be my pleasure. And that's really cool that your daughter's into astronomy. So what you heard tonight, for the last couple of weeks, I've connected the repeater, thanks to, I should say, Nick, KD8SLG's connected the repeater into the Colorado Astronomy Net. I've been listening to them for maybe 3 or 4 years. They have a regular net every Tuesday night at, for us, it would be 9 p.m. And it's typically not broadcast here on the Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee, but the gentleman that's hosted that for 30 years, he's stepped off a couple of times. Once for holiday last year, he had me in as a guest host twice, last October, and then he came into Ohio to Hanvention, and he let me guest host for 2 weeks here in May. So I asked Nick if we could connect the repeater for that so I could operate RF. But yeah, the answer is your daughter can check in. Yeah, she can check in every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. There are a couple of different ways to access it. If you have Allstar, there's a node that she can connect through, and I'll get that number for you in just a moment. The other way is on Echolink. If you look up the Sky Hub Link network, okay, Sky Hub Link network carries it. Also on Echolink, I think the Alaska node carries it for the first hour, and then it drops after that. But yeah, if you go to the Sky Hub link on Echolink, you can hear the whole thing. And your daughter could check in, and I'm sure Burness would be very delighted. He's just so you know, he's the real deal. The guy's been at it for 30 years. He weekly he takes his check-in list and reports it to JPL, the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. So he's kind of a pretty strict format. I've run a bit more loosely when I've steered it, but yeah, your daughter, I'm sure, would probably enjoy that, and being able to interact might be fun.
KF8GGM. Oh man, that's awesome. She is not a ham yet, but would he be abject to maybe a third party, question once in a while? I mean, it wouldn't be a common occurrence, but like every once in a while, if she had, something really big that she wanted to ask, would he be against that, or you don't know?
Yeah, no, there absolutely. You have your license. You could check in to the net, and the way that works out, just introduce your daughter as third-party traffic, and I guarantee Burness KI0AR would be very happy to entertain a chat with your daughter and field the question. That's really part of why he does this. It's like a public outreach. It's there for educational purposes, and that's precisely the kind of stuff I think that makes it worthwhile. So yeah, I encourage. Just give him a shout out next week maybe, and mention you heard him here. And I don't know that we're going to connect regularly. I think Nick, KD8SLG, was suggesting that after our regular group, our club net ends, he could connect the repeater after that. I personally, I didn't want the club net to feel like they needed to move fast to accommodate it. So it may be that you missed the front end of, if we go long on club net, maybe you could get in on the repeater after that, right?
Yeah, right on. That's cool. I mean, yeah, and any chance, yeah, she would, because she's got so many questions that I can't answer, and I did hear Bernice last night, and the dude sounds like a legit cool dude. Yeah, so man, yeah, that would be super cool.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, just take a note, put down, just make a note of the time. So Tuesday nights 9 p.m. And then he'll he has kind of a standard format. He'll take check-ins and tell her. You can look up the Colorado Astronomy Net online. You'll find a number of different resources, but one of them is YouTube. She can, it's just basically Bernice sitting there with a camera on him and a starry field behind him. But you can listen on YouTube if you don't want to talk. But if you as a ham, you can get her on the radio if she wants to interact. But yeah, radio protocols and etiquette. So just it's a directed net. So when Bernice is looking for check-ins, just check in, and then because of his form, you have to listen through. He has a lot of preamble. It's his sky report, and then after his sky report, he has a gentleman, Ed, and I don't want to screw up his call sign. But Ed is, he does it every week. He does the launch report, all the different rockets and satellites that are going up, etc. And then after that, Bernice will, the check-ins he's collected, he'll interact with them one in turn like that. So your daughter, if she's checked in, or you check in and get your daughter on the air, that'd be how that'd work, okay?
Roger. Yeah, good copy. John, thank you. I really appreciate your time and willingness to answer my questions. That's super cool. Because she's really, like I said, she's really into astronomy. And what perked her ears up was you were speaking about the rocket report. She heard about the rocket report. She's got a thing for rockets, and yeah, that really piqued her interest. So, man, you helped out a lot. I super appreciate it. Thanks a lot, John.
My pleasure. Yeah, and if I'm ever hosting again, definitely look forward to chatting with your daughter sometime. That would be cool. I'll give you one other little thing to look up. Maybe you find a copy on eBay. One of the things I had as a kid in my high school library, there was a book called Olcott's Field Book of the Stars, or Field Book of the Skies. It's no longer in print. It's like an old school kind of book, but it had a breakout of all the constellations, the night sky, and all the legends and lore associated with the naming conventions and stuff like this. And when I was a kid, I loved that book so much. I had it perpetually signed out of my high school library for like months at a time. It was almost rude. But yeah, these days you can actually dig up a copy. So maybe if you're looking for a surprise birthday present or something that'll just light her right up and fuel that imagination, I'd recommend that one. Olcott is Olcott. Olcott's Field Book of the Skies or Field Book of the Stars. Yeah, look into that. That might be a fun surprise present for her. Anyway, you have a great night. Thanks for asking, and I hope to hear you in on the Colorado Astronomy Net and your daughter. W2JLS. I'll be clear on your final.
W2JLS KFAGGM. John, thanks again. Yeah, she will be absolutely thrilled with that. I know she's been asking for a telescope lately, so I've got my eye on a couple right now that I want to get her. And yeah, that she'd be over the moon with that book, so I will definitely look out for that and pick her up a copy when I find one. John, thanks again. I really appreciate it. It was great talking to you, and next time I hear you on the net, I will definitely check in, and I'll get my daughter to check in and say hi as well. With that, KFA GGM, I am clear. Thanks again, John, 73s.
Yeah, hello, this is KJ5 ATA. We're talking about Colorado Astronomy net. I've heard that before, heard of Burns before, and I don't know when he's got the network on. You want to come back with that?
W2JLS returning. Yeah, just to repeat, we've hosted it here just twice through the SkyHub net. You could look SkyHub net, look it up on online, but basically you could access it through Allstar or Echolink if you have access to either of those approaches. As I mentioned, Nick KD8SLG is considering with Josh that maybe we could connect it regularly after our club net weekly, but I don't think that's been decided yet. We don't want to force connecting in a timely fashion in a way that would intrude on our regular club net timing. So it may be that we can connect it sometimes on time, sometimes late, but it's every Tuesday night, okay? Every Tuesday night at 9 p.m., and the gentleman's been running that for about 30 years. It'll be 30 years, I think, towards the end of this year. And yeah, look it up. You can access it through SkyHub, or sometimes if you're more into the Alaska net, they carry it for the first hour. But yeah, SkyHub is probably the best way. All right. Otherwise, you can if you're just listening, you can check it out on YouTube. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I just kind of like to remember a while back. It's been a little while now. I don't know. And used to talk to Bernice, and he'd bring up subject matter on about around Colorado Astronomy Network, and it was kind of interesting the way everything was going on like that, and just seeing, I forgot how it worked or when it was and all that sort of thing, and just see now that you tell me it's on a Tuesday night, just see if I can make it in there sometime or whatever like that. So anyways, just finding out what's up. This is KJ5ATA guy from Georgetown, Texas.
KJ5ATA. Yeah, very good, sir. Good luck digging him up. I'm sure he'd be happy to hear from you. And yeah, you could pick him up, as I said, Allstar or Echolink, Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. So that would be for you. That would be an hour earlier, right? So yeah, I'll say 73. I need to get to bed, but good chat with you tonight. Everybody have a good evening. W2JLS, I'll be clear.
W8WKY, repeater PL1 14.8.
Kilo India 5, Uniform Golf India, antenna test.
W8WKY.
Kilo India 5, Uniform Golf India, clear.
KDADPC KC5 RBG. KDADPC KC5 RBG. Nothing heard. KC5 RBG clear. No, it's VK3HJQ. VK3HJQ mobile listening.